Welcome to Northamptonshire Bailey Club.
I think there was only a tiny bit left that I could have
See,
tapped.
this is it. See, if you look in there, this hole,
Yeah,
right, there's no threads there. So what I did was I ran a tap through it and got some longer bolts.
That's a good idea, yeah.
And if I had used thread lock in the very first place, I wouldn't have been tightening it. Ooh.
This is Andy SV1K.
Hello.
Kind of think he's into his motorbikes. He used to be a pilot, apparently,
No.
a long time ago.
I have flown.
And it's a race basically between Andy and me to get in the sky. So that's the start line there.
Who's got the pistol?
But anyway, that's Andy. Follow him on Tinder. Keep up with what he's doing.
Okay, there is a bit of a breeze at the moment. We'll just let that ease off a fraction. Notice the windsock's angles are slightly out at the moment.
Yeah. Can you hear me alright?
Yeah, I can hear perfectly. Right, that's looking better now. So, and in fact, the extra breeze at the moment might be assisting, so yeah, go for it now. Bit of correction needed, bit of correction. Good, good. Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. Keep going, power, power, power. Okay, power, power, and lean back. Full power. How does it feel?
Very good.
Are you in the seat?
Yeah, I am now.
Good man. Oh, well, that's it. So just sit back and enjoy the ride.
Lovely.
grab his other camera and... Oh. How about that? You look like a pro! Does the field look small?
Yeah. Wow, wicked.
Yeah, I see that. What's that sticking out? Is that your foot or,
That's
or
my
what?
leg. That's my leg.
Oh, you got the camera on it. That's
Yeah. I'm trying to get my face.
Poser. Quite slow into wind, isn't it?
It's windy up here.
Yeah, what I mean is that the going's a bit slow into wind.
Yeah.
Goes a bit quicker downwind, as you can see.
Yeah. Okay, practice landing. Too high. Too high.
That's it, yeah. Okay, yeah. See if you can gauge it.
I'm far too high, I reckon.
Well, if you were going to tick over now, let it glide. Go tick over.
Okay, I'm over the power lines now.
Yep, good. Now, if you stare at a spot where you think you're going to land.
Okay.
You're certainly going to land in the field, aren't you?
Yeah, but not where I thought.
No. Well, that's it, you see. So you've got to be a bit lower on your next pass. Well, let it descend a bit more, and when you get to about 20 feet, just power it up again.
Yeah. Tell me when I'm at 20 feet.
Oh, no, that's high enough, actually. Yeah, go back now. Yeah, that's 20 feet. Mind the bushes. For a minute there, I couldn't tell which side of the bushes you were on. Do another go round and just gauge that as if you were to try and land right where we're standing.
Where you're standing?
Yeah. So go back on the power lines.
Yeah. Flying.
Yeah, how about that? Are you freezing cold yet?
Yeah, it's musty up there. Very musty.
Okay, you can make your turn to the field now. Because you might upset somebody that lives in that house that must be directly below you.
Yeah.
I imagine it's falling.
It's very bumpy.
Yeah, it's temporary.
Okay, I see the power lines.
Are you on tick over yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be just about right. When you cut the power, the glide angle will drop slightly more. Okay, keep looking. No, don't play yet. Otherwise that happens. How about that? Yeah, you flaring it's a little bit high. You got a bit lower and then flared.
Yeah,
But,
a bit too much, too early.
yeah, but then that's not bad. You stayed on your feet. Brilliant.
Yeah, I know the only. This is
And you didn't break it.
How do you feel?
I didn't break it.
And his turn.
That was
Enjoy
mega.
that?
That was it was scary as
Yeah.
the first bit, and then the second time when I came over there, it got pretty bumpy, and I hadn't felt that before.
No,
Yeah,
well,
rocking side to side.
this is what I was saying. Imagine when I said about you just can't do this late morning lunchtime-ish, because it would have been far worse. You
Yeah.
know, like especially the other week when you couldn't ground handle for more than a few seconds and it was all over the shop.
Yeah.
Imagine what that's like in the air.
That takeoff was fairly. It was
Perfect.
shorter than I was expecting.
Absolutely spot on.
Okay, so just let it slide off your.
I didn't break your machine, Nigel.
Hey, just clean the mud off it. Skids, but
Sorry
That's
about that. Yeah, I just flared a little bit too early.
yeah. But now, next time, you'll know to just delay that flaring a little bit.
Give it a little bit longer. I didn't think that was too bad for first flight.
That was pretty good, ain't it?
The battle to get Andy in the sky. We're all rooting for him to conquer the fear and get back up there, back in the saddle.
He did it.
What did you think of the vocal quality on that flare? Did it feel as if...
Yeah, not too bad. Pilot.
Pilot.
I just flew after all that ground handling training. It was going to be a powered taxi or a takeoff. But as soon as I knew it was there, there was nothing else I was going to do than squeeze that throttle and get it done, because I was scared. You see from the footage, if I include it, one or two failed attempts. I can't even remember now. I think it was just one. No, maybe two. And then when I'm bending down again to sort out those risers, I don't know if it was fear, but I wanted to unbuckle and put the motor down and step away. So I think if it had gone wrong again, then I definitely would have done that. So it's lucky it worked. Being up there was pretty cool. It was bumpy at points, and I've always said that, you know, without even knowing what flying a paramotor is like, I've always said I want to build up my bump tolerance. I want to widen my flying window. I don't want to fly just when it's lovely, you know. I don't want to fly necessarily just for pleasure. I want to go to places. So, and sometimes that might mean flying at points in the day where it's not perfect, you know. Those people that fly the Icarus race, Trey, Tucker, those guys are flying through thermal conditions, bumps, etc. And it might not be enjoyable, but they're going somewhere, they've got somewhere to go. So I don't just want my flying to be, you know, go for a pleasure flight, go up and buzz around and come down. And the guys that do that, you know, Nigel's one of those guys. That's fine, that's their thing. I'd like to be able to do that and also use my paramotor to go to places. I think I said it before in another video. I was like that with my motorbike. I didn't just want to go out for a ride. I wanted to use my motorbike as transport to go somewhere. So you're going somewhere and you're getting there in an enjoyable way. But yeah, I like that. I know I've got some good footage. I've checked the cameras. You've probably seen it now because this is the outro. So there you go. Finally, after what was almost getting boring with videos of ground handling, now videos of flying, hopefully. Awesome. I can't wait to do it again. I would have done it again today, but Nigel said let's not chance things. Takeoff went fairly well. After he told me it was okay to take off because the wing was there, because I didn't know, but the point is, if the wing is in the right place, you can't feel anything. You only feel something when it's going wrong, like backwards or forwards or to each side. Backwards you'll feel it pulling, forwards you'll feel it will go light. You see it. Sideways, you can feel that. But yeah, takeoff is chaotic, noisy, much different to ground handling. So if you're learning at the moment, yeah, ground handling is one thing. Then when you put the motor on, just the weight of it, not even running, and then ground handling with a motor on, that's a big step, it's a big difference. And then when you then turn the engine on and put ear defenders on so you can't hear anything, that again is another big step to get through. Not difficult, but just different. So you get used to ground handling and you know, you're getting okay with that, and then all of a sudden you're ground handling with like 20 or 30 kilos on your back or whatever. That's quite a step. And then you try and ground handle or taxi with ear defenders on. Previous video you can tell that with the ear defenders made such a massive difference to the point where I took them off, but you wouldn't want to fly without ear defenders on. There you go, first flight, ground handling to first flight in 2,000 easy lessons. I don't know what comes next. More practice flying, practicing landing. The landing was, I flared a little bit too early, but I felt that flare. It had everything with the landing felt absolutely beautiful until the moment my feet touched the floor, which was a little harder than I was expecting. Although not hard, just harder than I was expecting. And then I guess it's the transfer of no weight on your shoulders to all the weight fairly quick. So, and there wasn't much forward motion because of the wind, so it was quite a sort of steep drop, but not fast. It was absolutely fine. If I'd have been ready for it, then I would have stayed on my feet. I stayed on my feet, but the skids touched the ground, made a little scrape, bit of mud to clean off Nigel's motor, but it didn't break anything, so thank God. That was awesome, and I'll keep doing that as long as he keeps lending me his machine until I get my own one. So I don't know what's to come. I know I've got some more classroom to do with Clive, airspace. I haven't showed those in the videos, it's just us sat in a room looking at maps or learning about clouds or whatever. That's all stuff you get with your training, which is why you should get training, because knowing what the weather is doing is of paramount importance. There was a time when I went down to the field, it was pretty gusty, and I stopped after 10 minutes. I got dragged. I got to a point where I didn't know if I could equilibrium. If I'd have moved, I'd have lost control of my wing and it would have gone across the floor. So yeah, and then I'd try and fold it up in that wind and pack it away. So yeah, I went down to try and ground handle in conditions that were too strong. So knowing the weather's important. Knowing airspace is important as well. We've got people taking off and flying in controlled airspace where they're not supposed to be, making the CAA look again at paramotoring. Those guys, they'll ruin it for everyone else. So the community need to educate them. I'd like to think they would educate me if I'm seen making mistakes like that. But yeah, first flight done. I think that warrants a Tucker got edit. So.